And this is beauty from a rib. If you kiss her, you are not a gentleman. If you don't, you are not a man. If you praise her, she thinks you are lying. If you don't, you are good for nothing. If you agree to all of her likes, you are a wimp. If you don't, you are not understanding. If you visit her often, she thinks it's boring. If you don't, she accuses you of double-crossing. If you are well-dressed, she says you are a playboy. If you're not, you are a dull boy. If you are jealous, she says it's bad. If you aren't, she says you do not love her. If you attempt a romance, she says you don't respect her. If you don't, she thinks you do not like her. If you are 1 minute late, she complains it's hard to wait. If it is late, she says that's a girl's way. If you visit another man, you're not putting in quality time. If she is visited by another woman, oh, it's natural. We are girls. If you kiss her once in a while, she professes you are cold. If you kiss her often, she yells that you are taking advantage. If you fail to help her in crossing the street, you lack ethics. If you do, she thinks it's just one of the men's tactics for seduction. If you stare at another woman, she accuses you of flirting. If other men stare at her, she says that they are just admiring. If you talk, she wants you to listen. If you listen, she wants you to talk. In short, so simple, so complex, so weak, yet so powerful, so confusing, yet so desirable, so damning, yet so wonderful. Women. If there were no other reason in the world to disbelieve in the theory of evolution than the presence of women, it would be enough. No amount of random chance, no amount of adapting and changing, nothing in the equation could ever form women to be so bafflingly complex and yet delightfully simple as they are. Only an infinitely intelligent mind could give man such a wonderful gift, such a challenge to our patience, such a trial to our souls, such a delight to our eyes, such a knock on our hearts and such a knock on our heads, such a source of frustration and such a well of delight. Only God could have created a woman, and he did it from one single rib. Now, I love ribs from the grill, and I like to rib my son about things. The veins of a leaf are known as ribs, and so is the molding on a vaulted ceiling. Sailboats have ribs in their hulls, and so do airplane wings. If you alternate pearl stitches with plain stitches while you're sewing, you'll make a ribbed pattern. All of these have meaning, and all of these have purpose, but nothing could compare to what God did with just one of Adam's ribs. Here's our text verse for today. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done well, but you excel them all.